Ladies and gentlemen, this video literally could get me thrown in prison, so at least subscribe to this channel and make it worthwhile. Then you can see me live streaming from prison directly. So this is the news from the United Kingdom that riots are occurring. Riots typically occurring because of mass migration, specifically illegal mass migration, which has been brought upon by an estimated 1,000 illegal immigrants arriving in boats daily. So these riots have been going on for some time, and the Home Office has put out this video to try to stop people rioting. We covered the riots on Tuesday and the video got demonetized. We covered the follow-on from it again on Thursday and the video got demonetized. The problem as we diagnosed it is that the political class fails to understand that the problems being brought about by mass migration is being caused by them, not the rioting locals, as some individuals have commented. When the locals riot, they all seem to be without mask and in clear open sight, and when the counter-protests occurred, they are all usually violent and masked. That's not to say that thuggery doesn't exist on both sides, because it does. Thuggery exists in any protest regardless of who is protesting. However, in a traditional Western country which aligns with over 1,000 years of Christian belief, when videos such as this one circulate online,
Christ is Lord, he died for us sins. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten.
And videos such as this one where the local police are accepting the authority of a foreign religion.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. My name is Phil Hutchinson and I am the Superintendent for Greater Manchester Police based in Oldham. Obviously echo everything that the leader, Rouge, has said. Firstly, thank you very much for inviting us and arranging the meeting. It's the inaugural meeting. We're having these now bi-monthly, so in respect to what Rouge has mentioned about some increased tension, obviously there are a number of issues going on nationally and within Greater Manchester. We're engaging with all communities, and Greater Manchester Police and UK policing will continue to deal with perpetrators and people who are committing crime.
Parties tend to step up and notice and think to themselves, is this truly the country I was brought up in? Is this the country of my ancestors for the last 1,000 years? So what was the backlash to this? Well, frequent individuals have made videos. A lot of the news that the mainstream media doesn't want you to see ends up being on Twitter. So what has the UK government's response been to this? Well, the UK government's response to this is to arrest you for tweets. See here.
The COBRA meeting was to coordinate our response to the disorder, and I made it very clear on a number of occasions that those involved will feel the full force of the law. So we coordinated, we went through some of the numbers. Over 400 people now have been arrested, 100 have been charged, some in relation to online activity, and a number of them are already in court. And I'm now expecting substantive sentencing before the end of this week. That should send a very powerful message to anybody involved, either directly or online, that you are likely to be dealt with within a week, and that nobody should be involving themselves in this disorder.
And you may say, well, that wouldn't happen. Well, watch this clip.
I'm joined by Matthew Thompson now to talk through this. So, Matthew, the last point there is crucial, isn't it? Some people might be sharing simply to warn their friends, but it could be considered an offence because they're amplifying this.
Absolutely, and that's the key message, is that however you think you're acting innocently on social media, whatever platform it is, you're just sharing something for whatever reason, that could potentially be a criminal offence. And look, it's not an idle threat either, because the Crown Prosecution Service were keen to point out that they've made a number of charges in relation to stirring up of racial hatred online, one of which this morning was for distributing a recording that could, intending to stir up racial hatred. And so they are actually already bringing charges in relation to this sort of thing. So it's a very, very clear message based in the harsh reality, if you like, that if you do this kind of thing, you are potentially committing a criminal offence. There he said it. They've got teams of people scouring the internet looking for this sort of thing. And if you are in the business of sharing or retweeting, whatever platform it might be, potentially criminal material, well, then you could find yourself prosecuted.
Now, there's many of those that have said, perhaps this is a psyop to bring about an authoritarian state in the United Kingdom. Well, that may very well be the case, because according to this article, there is no evidence of far-right protesters.
So far, the counter-protesters are by far outnumbering, well, I say outnumbering, I mean, there's no evidence yet that our teams on the ground have seen of any far-right activity. So the counter-protesters have got no protests to counter at the moment, nobody to shout.
Nevertheless, the police have had this to say.
Being a keyboard warrior does not make you safe from the law. You can be guilty of offences of incitement, of stirring up racial hatred. There are numerous terrorist offences regarding the sort of publishing of material. All of those offences are in play if people are provoking hatred and violence on the streets, and we will come after those individuals just as we will physically confront on the streets the thugs and the obs who are causing the problems for communities. We have commentators from either end of the political spectrum who like to throw accusations of bias at the police, because we stand in the middle, we operate independently under the law without fear or favour. And if you've got crazy views over there, you don't like it, and if you've got crazy views from over there, you don't like it. We will continue to do that. The serious voices who echo those are of more concern to me, because the risk is they legitimise it, and they legitimise the violence that the officers I'm sending on mutual aid today will face on the streets. They are putting them at risk by suggesting that any of those officers are going out with any intent other than to operate without fear or favour in protecting communities.
And in a move straight out of the Chinese playbook, they are now contemplating banning social media. Check this out.
I think so. I think we should stop it. It's only a temporary measure in order to limit the spread of inflammatory information, misinformation as well, across the United Kingdom at this point. And I think we should focus on keeping people safe and communities safe as well. So my point is just
Elon Musk waded in and said, it looks like in the year 2030, you'll be executed for making mean tweets. This has led some individuals to make spoofs, such as this one.
There is not going to be a bloody civil war in my country.
Oh, for God's sake, here we go again with this fucking shit.
Oh, just bloody shut up, will you? Look, Elon, if you don't delete those ex-posts, I'll have no choice but to label you a far-right thug.
That's not too bad. I was expecting worse.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes me sound badass. Elon the far-right thug. Yeah, I kind of like it, to be honest.
What do you mean? Being called a far-right thug is possibly the worst thing you can be called in this day and age.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Right, fine. I'll ban X in the UK then.
You know, VPNs exist, right?
No, what in the far-right wizardry is that?
Never mind.
So what is the upshot of all of this? Well, there's actually a lot in this for South Africans to learn, and the lessons come down to that of nationalism. South Africans should be deeply patriotic, because when you lack patriotism, foreign entities generally tend to take over your country, as is being seen in the United Kingdom. South Africa already has a large illegal immigrant community here from various African countries, points of contention that have been raised by political members, such as Gator McKenzie, many times. However, more important is that of the issue of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech should be tolerated in any free and impartial society. Freedom of speech is the freedom to say speech that you don't necessarily like. In this instance, what we are seeing out of the United Kingdom is that the political elite have caused a problem and are now attempting to silence those who are noticing it. The upshot of it is that people like us could end up going to prison for simply retweeting mean tweets. And if you think that's beyond the pale, check this clip out.
Okay, so
What do you mean I can't have any alcohol?
okay, well I'll tell you. Okay, the time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network. I'm just
What?
127 of the Communications Act, okay? So you do not have to say that may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something which you later are in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being
You're
arrested?
going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
Take you back to the police station.
Right.
You, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets, Thomas?
I've got my keys. I got... No, that's about it, I think. Keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of the Police and Evidence Act.
Right.
And that's for dangerous items.
Hey, I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, well, we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Right. Do I need to take my medications with me?
Yes, we will look at taking all of those.
When do you need to take them?
Well, I've got pain medications. I've got sleeping medication. I've got anxiety medications, which I might take one of those in a bit. Okay. You know.
Well, if we take everything with us, then you've got everything there, haven't you?
And then we've got a nurse up there. They'll be able to. They'll be able to come and see you, and then once you've been there, they can assess whether or not medication can be issued. All right. So what we're going to do is, if you want to pop yourself up, we're just going to search.
You need the glasses.
Yeah, search you.
To come with you.
My glasses?
Yeah. Do you want to take them with you?
So the upshot, ladies and gentlemen, is enjoy our videos while they last. Because if we were in the United Kingdom, we'd be going to jail. Anyway, that's it from me. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below.